When you're ready to apply for pre-completion or post-completion OPT, submit the 12-month optional practical training request e-form in iBearcatsGlobal. Log into iBearcatsGlobal at iBearcatsGlobal.uc.edu. Once you log in, from the homepage menu, click the F1 Practical Training link, and then the initial 12-month optional practical training request e-form. Read the instructions before you start answering questions. The instructions provide you with complete details about all of the information and documents you need to complete the e-form. Select the type of OPT you are applying for, enter the start date, end date, and indicate if you have a job offer or have applied for OPT previously. Indicate whether you have completed all the required forms and gathered all the required documents. You will need copies of all I-20s with any CPT authorizations, a copy of your unexpired passport with the bibliography page and the expiration date page, a copy of your I-94 record, and 2 photos taken within the last 30 days that meet government specifications. Once you have all of those documents, scan them into one file and upload the file. You will also be asked to indicate your academic advisor. Read the instructions carefully and enter the advisor's email address correctly. Some colleges and departments have specific people you should route your OPT request to for certification. Once you have submitted the e-form, follow up with your advisor, as they sometimes overlook the email request. UC International Services will not reach out to your advisor. Once your academic advisor certifies your program completion date, we will process your request in 5 business days. The 5-day period for our processing does not begin until your advisor certifies the request. Check the boxes certifying that you have watched the OPT seminar, hold F1 status, have completed at least 1 year of full-time study, and have not used 365 days or more of a full-time curricular practical training. Then submit the request. UC International Services will review the request and issue you an I-20 with an OPT recommendation. Then you will need to apply for your Employment Authorization Document, or EAD card. At the bottom of the e-form in iBearcatsGlobal, you will find links to print the required materials and to receive further OPT instructions and guidance. One of those items is the online I-765 application. The I-765 application for an Employment Authorization Document, or EAD card, is a required part of the OPT application process. Ultimately, it is found on the USCIS website. A video explaining the online I-765 application is a part of this webinar series. We have linked it in this video's description. When your EAD is approved, it typically takes 10 to 14 days from the approval date for the card to arrive in the mail. Your EAD card is being mailed to your address directly. If you move while the OPT application is pending, update your address with USCIS using your online account. If you do not update your address, you will not receive your EAD card. Once received, provide a copy of the card to UC International Services via your iBearcatsGlobal record. Go to iBearcatsGlobal. Select the Biographical Information section and the Update Immigration and Visa Documents e-form. Upload your EAD and submit the form. Your Employment Authorization Document for OPT will include the category you applied for on it. Pre-completion OPT should have C3A. Post-completion OPT should have C3B indicated as the category. As always, if you have questions about any part of the OPT process, please contact our office.